back to another episode on Inspiring Hikes. So this little guy is the new member of the family. Everybody say hello to Sphinx. Meow. So in this episode we will be discussing leave no trace. Leave no trace is one of the most important aspects of hiking and doing your responsibility to minimize the impact that you have on the outdoors. Leave No Trace .org is an organization that has been around for about 20 to 25 years to help get the word out about minimizing your impact on the trail. So these are the 7 steps or 7 principles of Leave No Trace. I'm just briefly going to discuss each one of them, and if you'd like to go to leavenotrace.org, it's just lnt.org. I'll put that down in the comments below. Afterwards, you can read up a little more detail about these principles. So, with no further ado, the first of 7 principles, plan ahead and prepare. So, one reason you want to plan and prepare before you go out on any hike is for your safety and the safety of the people you're hiking with. You want to be prepared in these 7 principles so you do not impact the trail or the outdoors for the next person, because you want to leave the trail as nice as it was when you found it. This will also help you be prepared to minimize your impact on resources such as the water and the shelters and the privies. Maps and guides will be provided to anybody that rents gear with me. So a large aspect of the planning I will go over with you and your group prior to heading out on the trail. So the second principle is travel and camp on durable surfaces. So this basically means don't go setting up your tent in the middle of a flower patch, and stay on the trail that is designed to walk on. Don't cut out switchbacks or go around the mud puddle. Just walk through the mud puddle. Your feet are going to be wet regardless. If everybody walks around the mud puddle, then you've got damaged trail and 2 or 3 different pathways through the woods. You want to stay on the durable surfaces and the trail that's provided for you. So try not to step off of the trail, and make sure you camp. Normally you want to camp in like a pre-designated campsite, somewhere that's already been impacted and there's already tent sites and there's already a fire ring. So camp in durable surfaces. The third principle is dispose of waste properly. Now this is a big one. It has many aspects, but one of the main things is digging a cat hole. Which this little guy, when he poops, he buries it. And you are expected and should do the same thing when you're on the Appalachian Trail or any trail in general. Anytime you're in the woods, you should bury your poop. It's for the animals' safety and helps prevent spread of disease and things like that. Each gear rental will include 1 shovel, which is about 6 inches deep, and you want to dig a hole 6 to 8 inches deep and poop in it. You do not use the shovel to scrape your poop. You only use the shovel to dig the hole. If for some reason you poop and do not hit the hole, grab a stick and roll your turd into the hole. Do not flick your poop with this shovel, because this shovel is going back into your backpack. Very simple. You dig a hole, you poop in it, you put your toilet paper in it, and you bury it. You can just kick the dirt over it. Don't touch the poop with the shovel. Another aspect of disposing of waste properly is trash. You do not want to burn your trash at the campsite. You want to have a trash bag and pack out any of your trash. With each rental package, I will include a trash bag inside of your food bag. This will be your food bag, and you basically just have a trash bag. It's a Ziploc gallon bag. When you open and eat your crackers, trash goes in here. Very simple. Don't burn your trash, you pack it out. One other thing I'd like to discuss is one of my favorite trail hack. Instead of a life hack, this is a trail hack. You have to, for people that are renting gear from me, you have to bring your own toilet paper. I prefer the rough stuff. You may prefer the soft stuff. So bring what you like, and I'll provide you a bag. So you stuff your toilet paper in the Ziploc bag, and then you take the cardboard roll and pull it out of the roll. So you actually take the cardboard and pull it out. And then it does this. So now your toilet paper, without a cardboard center, pulls from the middle. So if you're out in the woods and you just dug a cat hole and it's raining, this bag you set beside you, it's not getting wet, it's in a bag, and to get your toilet paper out, you just pull it. It doesn't roll down the mountain and get wet. Well, it just feeds from the center. So that's one super cool trick. I was extremely impressed and amazed when someone showed me this on the Appalachian Trail, because there was multiple times where I was trying to get toilet paper off and my toilet paper was rolling down the mountain. So easy fix to that solution or that problem. One other thing, I will include a single small hand sanitizer that also stays in your toilet paper. I don't know anything about feminine stuff, but if you prefer to use wet wipes, those do not biodegrade and they need to be packed out also. Also any, I guess you'll say menstrual or female products, you know what I'm talking about, will also need to be packed out. You don't want to bury a bloody tampon for some animal to come dig up. So unfortunately, ladies, you will need to pack out your used feminine products. Alright, so we're still on 3, dispose of waste properly. So you want to pack your trash out, bury your poop 6 to 8 inches deep, and it needs to be away from a water source. So like if there's a spring right here, don't poop beside the spring. People drink from that spring, and you should walk 200 feet, about a half a football field away from any water source, creek, stream, any of it, 200 feet away. And one other thing of waste properly is your wastewater from doing your dishes. If for some reason you need to clean out your pot after dinner and things are stuck to the side, if you're at the spring and you're washing your food out, You don't want to dump your scraps beside the water source because animals will come over there, eat your scraps, and poop near the water source. So if you're doing dishes, make sure to get water and go 200 feet away from the water source. Don't clean your pot out right beside the watering spring. It's not good. All right, on to the next one. Number 4, leave what you find. This is a tough one for my girlfriend because she likes to pick up rocks and moss and flowers. And I understand where people come from. But if you pick the flower, the next hiker that's behind you, or the hiker that's about to pass you going the opposite direction, won't get to see the beauty of the flower. Or the super cool rock. Like if there's a cool rock, like leave it. Somebody else may want to look at it. Also, do not carve on trees or cut down bushes to set up a camp. Try not to damage the wilderness. Leave what you find. Number 5, minimize campfire impacts. UPS has delivered a package. And Pokey's going to let us know about it. Okay, number 5, minimize campfire impacts. First and foremost, before you start a fire, you need to be aware of the conditions around you. If it's been a drought and there hasn't been rain for weeks, obviously you don't want to start a fire because you could burn the forest down. Also, if it's windy, is it worth having a campfire in a windstorm when you may burn the mountain down? So be aware of the time of year and the conditions in your surroundings. If it rained the day before, then you're probably safe to have a fire. Be aware of regulations. Some national parks and some areas can have burn bans or just no campfires in general. One instance would be Max Patch, which is a big giant bald in North Carolina. It's covered with only grass. So if you start a fire on top of a grassy hill, it's going to catch fire. So there's a no fire on top of Max Patch. You want to use existing fire rings. Most campsites that you go to, there's already a stone circle where somebody has had a campfire. So everybody that camps there should use the same campfire. You and your friends shouldn't set up over there and create a new campfire 20 feet away from the other one. So just don't create new campfires and use pre-existing fire pits. Don't cut or break trees down. You just want to pick up dead limbs that are already on the ground. So try to refrain from knocking over live trees and cutting up trees. And don't burn trash. Like, although you think it's going to disappear, most of the time there's foil papers and they get left behind. So just pack out your trash. Pretty simple. Number 6 of 7 is respect wildlife. And that's pretty simple. If you see a bear, which I saw 8 bears in 6 months on the Appalachian Trail, and they all ran away from me. So if you see a bear, make a little noise and look at it. Do not pull out your phone and try to take pictures because it's going to be gone before you get your phone out. Just enjoy seeing the bear and watch it run away. Snakes. If you see a snake, don't go poke it. Let it slither on its way. I never had a single snake in 6 months slither towards me. They always went away from me. Most animals will go away from you. So just be respectful and try to give the animals their space. And number 7, be considerate of others. Now this one has a lot of different aspects. A few things I've written down are take breaks off trail. So if you want to stop and have some water or a snack, don't sit on the middle of the trail. Get off of the trail. Try to sit on durable surfaces such as rocks. Don't go everybody's sitting on the foliage, so the next person walking by doesn't have to move off of the trail to go around you. You don't want to block the path. One thing that I didn't know before I did my through hike was uphill have the right of way. So if you're hiking uphill, you've got this momentum, somebody's coming down the hill, they're technically supposed to be the ones to step aside and allow you to go up the mountain. And if you're walking down the hill real leisurely, it's easier for you to stop yourself, scoot off the trail, and allow the person that's busting their ass, sweating balls, up the mountain. So the uphill has the right of way, and that's at any trail. Like if somebody's walking uphill, they typically get the right of way. The other thing is, don't blast music. This is a debatable one. Some people are like, oh, I'm out there, it's what I want to do, I like music. Well, you can play music either in your headphones or at a quiet volume. You don't have to let everybody at the shelter hear your music. So be considerate of music. Me personally, I smoke cigarettes, which is something I'm not proud of. But if you smoke, even marijuana or anything else, crack, heroin, opioids, whatever you want to smoke it away from people. Don't smoke in the shelters, and try to step aside when you're smoking. Privy. So, privy etiquette. Most shelters have a privy, also known as an outhouse. It's a hole in the ground that you poop in. Everybody poops in it, and they can get disgusting if not properly maintained. So when you find yourself in a privy, you will normally see a bucket of leaves. And after you poop, you want to throw a handful of leaves on top of your feces to help biodegrade the poop. If nobody throws any duff in, it becomes disgusting. So try to do your part and grab a scoop. It's just leaves. Some privies have sawdust or some other type of duff, D-U-F-F. So just grab a handful, throw it in on top, like that simple. And before you leave, put the lid down. Putting the lid down is a major factor in preventing flies from swarming the outhouse. Now me personally, I'm not going to touch the lid with my hand. I'll give the lid a kick down. So like, kick the lid down, help prevent the flies. And one of the last things I've written down for being considerate is be aware of your pack explosions. When you go to unpack your backpack at a shelter, you've got enough stuff to cover a pretty big area. But try to be organized and keep your stuff in a reasonable amount of space. Don't take up an entire shelter for your one backpack. And there's multiple things, other ways to be considerate of others. Just be nice. Like, so much hate and anger in the world that we need to be nicer to each other. So be respectful, be nice, and be courteous. So that's it. Those are the 7 principles. Plan ahead, travel and camp on durable surfaces, dispose of waste properly, leave what you find, minimize campfire impacts, respect wildlife, and be considerate of others. And if you'd like to read more details, there's leavenotrace.org. You can go check it out for yourself. And these principles don't only apply to hiking in the woods. These are principles that you can bring with you in your everyday life, whether you're at the park or in your own backyard. Leave no trace principles should apply everywhere. So see what you can do to do your part, and let's leave a smaller impact on the earth that we were provided. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.